The week before the pre-run, I was sick. During the pre-run, the drivers were sick. Our video guy / extra co-driver was sick. Everything was just not working to our advantage, and somehow I knew it would work out.
This was a little bit of a unique pre-run because we actually didn't even have anybody to chase us. We were going to pre-run the entire loop by ourselves with literally a backpack and one pair of underwear.
I told Ernesto, I was like, look, I can keep going, but if I pass out and we go off one of these cliffs, that's going to end it for us. So Ernesto was nice enough to finish off the pre-run that day for me.
Crossed the mountains, and at one point in time, Mike York looked as if he was going to pass out while sitting in the driver's seat because we pulled over to rest in the shade. He did have to give up his seat for a few minutes in worry of actually falling asleep at the wheel.
Oh man, we just got done with the first 40 miles of the race course. It was amazing. It's super tight technical. This beast just performed incredibly. Shocks are dialed in, the steering's dialed in, the brakes are dialed in. Can't wait for tomorrow.
Entering the Baja 400, Chapo Racing leads the championship with back-to-back wins this season. The result of this race will determine the starting order for the infamous Baja 1000 point-to-point race later this year. It's crucial to finish well here, keeping the championship lead and starting at the front of the pack for the Baja 1000. Let's go racing.
Race morning comes along. We're getting the car ready, just about ready to hop in.
We're getting race suits, we're getting the car, we're checking tire pressure, we're checking oil.
There's no window net for the passenger side, my side.
It's nowhere to be found.
So we start searching, looking, and lo and behold, it's nowhere to be found.
Carmelita's Motorsports, which big shout out to you guys. They ended up loaning us a net from one of their old race cars that they had there with us.
They had borrowed a window net from another team, and their solution was to zip tie me in the car. I usually deal pretty well with stress, but in this particular case, I almost threw up. I literally almost threw up.
And so we got a window net installed in the nick of time, and we're ready to rock and roll. Not roll, just rock.
At the start, it was a little unique, kind of a high-stress situation because they'd tell us to wait in one section, and then it was, oh, hurry up, you got to get to the starting line. So we actually got to the starting line minutes before we left.
What's up, guys? This is Chase 2. We are here at race mile 10, getting ready for the start of the Baja 400. Hopefully we'll have a nice, smooth day and go and get that victory.
Once that green flag dropped, boom, we were gone. First section was pavement, so man, we got the car up to over 100 miles an hour and just started reeling in the car in front of us. Once we were in the dirt, we knew to keep our cool and not overdrive the car, not make any mistakes that could take us out early. We were calm, cool, and collected. Made it through race mile 40, made it through race mile 70 with no problems. When we got to about race mile 190, we reached our first bottleneck. You're leading the race, you're out there in front. The emotion is just unbelievable when all of a sudden, beyond your control, you're now like a rat on a sinking ship. You come to a point and you're just looking everywhere, trying to figure out how you can get around this. All that lead you made on your competitors, they're now catching back up to you.
They come in and I'm super excited because this car looks fantastic. It's ready to go. I hop in and it's go time. Except for they yell again.
Fire about 4 foot tall, and this is about our 4th or 5th fire, so it was just kind of like, somebody put it out real quick, keep getting belted in, let's go. Okay, it's out, time to go.
We're having a field day, we're out there just racing. I could tell Ernesto's tired, but we're still just in this race, just having a great time. We get past our pits, we wave at the chase truck, and we're still continuing on. We don't pull over for anything.
We already know from experience it can all change at the flip of a switch. So we decided to keep our cool, not think about the finish line too much, but as we got closer and closer, it was like, oh no, we're gonna do it. We're gonna win a 3rd consecutive race.
After we pull on to the speed zone, in that last few miles of the race, it was time. We knew, we just realized that we did it again. A 3-peat of a 1st place win.
Just an amazing feeling, amazing feat. So proud of Chapo Racing, the whole team.
It's such a cool experience to shoot the champagne and share that moment with our team members.
No matter what you do, go out there and have fun, because that's what this is about.
You know, I like pushing the limits, and I found the limit. It's about 12 miles from town. Ran a diesel.
Kevin, was that supposed to be like that?
Yeah, it's engineered that way.
Oh, it's engineered that way. Oh, okay.
I found the Chapo Radio is better than the crappy
Non-Chapo radio, the battery died, I guess.
Oh, antenna. Can't pass without an antenna, otherwise, how are you gonna hit stuff?
Do you have a gas pedal?
It's actually got 2 gas pedals. It only doesn't have any brakes.
That doesn't look right, Chapo.
Does not look right. I think all of us are. 1, 2, 3, Chapo Racing!
So I'd really like to thank our sponsors. The first sponsor I'd like to thank is Can-Am for making such an amazing platform and from which we've made an amazing race car and brought it to the podium several times.
Chapo Racing team, everybody on the team, phenomenal job. These guys, man, they make it easy for us as drivers. They really do. The mechanics, Danny, Jason, love you guys, man. You guys are rocking it. You got a killer car going. I can't wait to get it going in the 1000.
Another sponsor I'd really like to thank is Shock Therapy. Talk about an amazing company, talk about precision, talk about getting it all right. Our suspension has just gotten better with each time they've tuned it based on our feedback. We've told them, hey, we need a little bit more bottom out protection. Hey, the chatter's a little rough. They'd listen to us, they make adjustments, and if they don't nail it right the first time, they'll go back and do it again and get it the second time. Shock Therapy has just been amazing for us, and I know we couldn't be on the podium without them.
You know, driving at night, seeing things come at you at 90 miles an hour, it really couldn't be done without Baja Designs lighting up the night.
Lone Star Racing, I mean, they're more than just a great company, they're also great friends. And our relationship with them has been very, very strong. And I'm not sure we'd be racing today if it wasn't for Lone Star Racing. So Lone Star Racing, they've built an amazing cage for us. They've added gussets to our car to make it more reliable for the type of abuse we give. They've also built some amazing 78-inch wide suspension that really helps soak in that terrain and helps us go as fast as we do through the stuff we go through.
Communication was stellar out there. Thanks to Rugged Radios for keeping us in the game.
BF Goodrich, man, you know, I've loved them since I was a kid, and we've tried other tires that were decent, but I don't know how you get better than BF Goodrich. Those tires are amazing. There's so many times during the race where I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be a flat, and it's not.
Big shout out to Adrenaline Motorsports. thanks for always taking care of us. Thanks for always keeping us in the game. We really appreciate your support.
Method race wheels, man. I've said it once, I'll say it 100 more times. The offset on those wheels gives you so much less feedback on the steering, keeps the car together. If you're not running methods, you're probably not running the right wheel. Factory UTV, man, we use their 1/2-inch skid plate on the bottom of the car. And there's times when we've G'd out the car and hit, and I'm going, oh man, I hope we don't break a tranny or something. And after the race, we check it out, and it's all there, it's all going. In fact, during our pre-run, we ran one car with a factory UTV skid plate and one of them without. And the one that wasn't running the factory UTV skid plate didn't make it to the other end. Another person I'd like to thank is Chapo, man. He is really the glue that holds this team together. Without him, you know, we would fall apart and we wouldn't make it. So thank you, Chapo. You're always making us get there to the, even if it's not fun, you're always getting us there. Another person I'd really like to thank is my wife. The day I meet her, I'm really,